Hello, Jerry Shepherd, the Bug Doctor with PestCemetery.com. Hey, baiting for ants has been around for a long time. Non-repellent sprays, maybe not so much, but there's a way that you can use both of these for a fantastic 1-2 punch to get rid of sweet-eating ants quickly. Using the baiting product, you can go around your structure and just actually draw them out. I'll show you here in a close-up here in a minute. But we only had a few scant ants running around, but inside they were showing up. So I put some bait around, drew the ants out, and as soon as I did, I used my non-repellent pest control product, and in this case it was a Repellent, and lightly fan sprayed the area. They're no worse for the wear. They're eating the bait, they're getting the non-repellent, they're going to take it back, and in short order we'll be done with this colony infesting my client. Well, it started out as just a few ants, as you can see, turned into just hordes and hordes of them. And they were going right up and into this vent, and we've got bait waiting for them all the way around. Now I have 3 sprayers on my rig at all times, and this one's blue, indicating it's a non-repellent. Nothing else goes in there. Little Termidor, little Premise, little Avion, anything non-repellent goes in here. No traditional insecticides whatsoever. So this is always on the ready for me. And what I like to use is just the Avion, DuPont Avion ant gel. Works really good. They can't resist it for the most part. There are several other ant baits. You might have success with some others depending on the type of ant. But with this, I always seem to get that kind of result. Now over here we haven't got quite the reaction as we did around the other sides of the building, but as you can see, this has been sprayed with the Avion, and I have no ant bait whatsoever up and down this wall. But the ants don't seem to mind. They're walking right on over it. As long as I don't plow it into them and half knock them out. A nice light fan spray, and they're just happily going up and down the structure as if nothing happened. So this part was not treated with any kind of bait. Just wanted to leave it alone in case something went wrong and they stopped accepting the bait and maybe vacated the area. I've got several walls where that's the case, and all I've done is treated with the a band of the non-repellent. Now this client has been with us for years and never really had any real issues whatsoever. A few insects here or there. We're in Florida after all. But now they've got brand new mulch and a couple of layers underneath that. Then underneath that they have some rocks. And the big complaint, believe it or not, was with carpenter ants. These little guys, they barely even see. But as you can tell, I drew them out pretty well. So the non-repellent works really, really well on the carpenter ants. The bait, not so much. You can see the carpenter ant's not even trying to hone in on any of this. He's just kind of wandering around. So he's walking on the non-repellent, and he'll take it back to the colonies himself and start spreading it around and do the work for me. Remember, at least in this state, there can be up to a dozen or more colonies of carpenter ants. Satellite colonies, so we want to get all of them, and the best way to do that is with a non-repellent. The other thing I've talked to the clients about many times has been the on the back side of the building, the overgrowth of the shrubberies, and they'll trim them back every once in a while, but they're busy people and they forget. I might remind them again, but so many times you're not going to get the cooperation. So I rely heavily on my non-repellent and bait approach in a situation like this. Maybe 6 months down the line they'll have the landscaper out and he'll take care of it and it'll all be done deal. But for now we've got to get rid of the ants, or you have a disgruntled customer. Regardless if they do the IPM they're supposed to, you'll still lose out. One thing with ants is you always want to just not find the finished product or the end result. You want to kind of follow this around, and I'm not sure if it's coming up real clear, but there's a whole trail of ants right along this sidewalk, same ones that are infesting my building, and they're just heading right on out into the parking lot abyss. So I need to go find that and put some of my non-repellent a little closer to home base. If I don't get it there, then it might just take a little longer. It'll still work out just fine. But finding the nest has always been a principle of ant elimination, and I don't see that changing anytime soon.